two. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
Well, you just totally get the sense there that a field goal was not in the game plan at all.
And the boys up front, they created the surge. I think they knew that they had the leverage advantage.
Oh, that's a great point there. Being able to get lower than the defensive front, create just enough space. And I love when those quarterbacks get low and slide in there and get it done.
Once more, ETN. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. ETN. And trying to shake free, but ETN cannot. The defense will stop him short. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Evan Ingram from a yard out. And the Jaguars post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the 1st quarter before we spilled into the 2nd, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his 2nd season as a Lion.
And his task in this situation is making sure that his team knows that there's a sense of urgency, yet somehow still stays calm. Because your natural impulse, your first possession is not until the 2nd quarter, is you got to attack right away. Throw something big at them right away. Yeah, you got to move the ball, but maybe be a little bit careful in doing so.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is taken in at the 5. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Swift. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line.
5. Ric Flair. Obama.
2nd down and goal. Goff. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive. and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. To throw on 2nd and 6. Lawrence. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting. And he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means a free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. He's got this complete to Williams. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams, 32 yards. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Will we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On third down, Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And Ingram hauls it in. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit. A happy sight for a lot of these fans. We're jumping right over halftime and getting back into the action. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here. That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Play action, it's gone. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Here's 2nd and 10. On the counter, Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Oh, he fakes a spike. Flush to his right.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And they'll send Williams in motion right. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They'll try it now with Swift. And he's got room. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Williams, the man in motion left. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. And he'll let this one go deep for Chuck. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. And they'll send Williams in motion right. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. He'll find Williams on the slant. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, a 6-yard touchdown run as they have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground, ETN, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. On 2nd down, ETN once more. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
3rd and 2, now Lawrence. Screenplay, here's ETN. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Fourth down, here's Lawrence. Flushed out right. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. From the 30 on 2nd down. Goff. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. His throw incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at Ford Field. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. The offense on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him to completion.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Straight ahead, Etienne. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Lawrence going to get this to Etienne. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They go play action now. Lawrence rolling to his left. And that is incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
They'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. Man open, here is Jones. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. They go play action with Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Jeff Okudah. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks him right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Swift. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
In motion goes the tight end. Now Lawrence on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So a fourth quarter pick six here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick six, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. It is fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
From midfield now, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes...
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. In motion, the tight end. They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye.
We spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Pitch came to Jonah. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold a million records yet. Used to be on my checklist, big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends, run it up. Say that with my chest, run it up. No, I will not bend, run it up. Game time in it, game time. I don't follow trends, say that with my chest. I will not bend, game time. Run it up, 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 run it up. You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog so the day that you finally pop off, they'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I'll give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up.